Welcome back, folks. Well, today we were back on Scott Ehringer's 1969 Hurst Olds. So I just got in the choke from my good friend Kevin Ruby down in Texas. Kevin, thank you very much. Kevin sent me a factory style choke for the Hurst, and there it is. Forgive my difference in filming here. Trish is out on the tractor right now brush hogging, so I got her out there brush hogging part of our place, so she'll be back, but bear with me. I'm sorry for the crappy camera work, but yeah. So anyway, we're going to be working on the Hurst today, and there's a couple things. So we want to get this choke installed. I want to adjust the shift points on the modulator, and Scott said that this thing has been, over time, it started running hotter and hotter. That's kind of telling me most likely it's probably, possibly, he said going down the road is when he started noticing it getting warmer. That could be a clutch fan going out on us. So let's get this thing up, or get this thing back. May have to play musical cars here, but I want to check out what we've got under the hood here, and let's see what we can do about getting. So just test fitting it. I didn't have to take the carburetor off. I just set it on there, and I got it in this forward hole right there. I just need to find a bolt right there. Fits in there. So surely it can't be this easy. But let's get a bolt this thing down, and play with this choke. Like it's just a simple little 1/4-20 bolt. I put a lock washer on it. So we'll get this on, and then we'll start playing with settings. And yes, I know this isn't a factory fastener. It's just a grade 8 1/4-20 bolt. Let you guys, with the purists, right now I'm going for function, not necessarily looks. But I want Scott to be able to go out there and start his car and not have to keep playing with the throttle. There it is, just snug it up. All right. Okay, now that's the setting I've got it on, that forward hole. It looks like the choke is already down. Now I need to figure out how to set the choke idle speed, I think. But let's just see what it does first with the choke set up like this. Let's pump the gas a couple times, and let's just see. I'm sure the gas is evaporated in the bowls, but let's see what she does. So we need a fast idle. We don't have a fast idle set up, but the choke is set up. So I am going to look at this thing for a moment and study the Quadrajet fast idle. So let me look for a second and see what I think I need to see. Okay, folks. I don't know if you can see down there where I got my screwdriver going. I'm going to guess that that's probably the fast idle setting for the choke on this Quadrajet. I don't know if you can see it down in there. My screwdriver's going right past the choke pull off. So I'm going to give that one turn and let's see what it does. Alrighty, let's see. It's easier to get to than the Holly, I'll tell you that. Actually, I think I'm gonna give it a half a turn. Let's do 1.5. Okay, all right. Let's see what happens. Difference. Is it opening the, is it on the, yep, our choke is here. So let's give it another turn. I don't know, am I even on the, thing. I think this right here is our, yeah, okay. Okay. Right, let's see if that does anything. Get somewhere. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm going to hit starter again, see if it fires back up on the fast idle, and see where this takes us. Now that it looks like we got a choke, I really need to wait till I come back out here tomorrow morning, pump the gas a few times and fire it up. We'll be playing with that, but good thing is we got a choke. So now I want to play with the upshifts. This thing does not want to shift under wide open throttle. It holds it too long. So with that being said, it's even still warm right there, but I think that from what I understand, we turn the little screw inside the modulator valve. I think you get like a half turn or something like that. I'm just going to do a little increment at a time and see what that does. So, and then we'll take it for a drive here in a little while. So let's get to cracking and let's see if we can make an adjustment on it. Okay, use a small screwdriver. So this is what I'm using right here. It's got a little bitty blade tip on it. So see if I can get the camera up here. I'm about to turn it counterclockwise. I think I'm gonna turn it maybe one full turn. So this damn exhaust is hot. I don't know if I can do this and hold the camera at the same time, so you guys get the gist of it. So let me put this camera down. All right, I just made one full turn. So let's get this vacuum line back on and get it fired back up and get it ready to put on the road. All right. normally it's shifting pretty good. Went into third pretty quick. I did one full turn on the modulator. My biggest concern is under wide open throttle, how it acts. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Now, that's much better. Much better. Okay. I like that. Let's see where temperature's at. Let's see, where is our temp on this thing? Okay, right there. Temp is not to the halfway point yet. Scott said it gets over to the halfway point, and I think he said that was 205. I'm not sure how he's verifying the temperature, but I think he was doing it with one of those, like what I have, one of those guns, my little thermal gun. Did you get it? O'Reilly's or wherever. So let's just see how she. Good normal driving. It was holding it. Yeah, see that right there, much better. Even on part throttle driving, as you guys know, you don't want the damn thing hanging it out, and then, you know, it doesn't need to do that. Doesn't need to shift too quick either. Not saying that, but that made a difference. That made a difference. I want it to go into first gear from first to second. Yeah. I am going to go out one extra turn on that, not one full turn, I'm going to go a half a turn. And because it's still a little delayed, but so in other words, it's passing its peak. As you guys know. So I'm gonna put it back up on the rack, and we're gonna do one half turn, and let's see what that does. Okay, let's go one half turn. 185 on the heads, so that seems about right. It's even at that temperature. I don't know. Take it into town. I'm gonna do some driving. I may turn the air conditioner on, see if I can get this thing. All right, let's get this thing up on the highway. Up on I-40. Chin up, have no problem doing. Slow it down a little bit. I'm already doing 80. I'm not hitting it. I'm not using it. So I'm doing 66. And the tag's telling me I'm doing 4,400 RPM. Now it does feel like I'm doing at least 3,500, but I don't know if this thing has 323s in it or not. Someone's telling me this may have. You have to see these. You gotta remember these profile tires. I think these are 14-inch wheels. I can't remember. They may be 15-inch, but yeah, I'm doing 65. Most people, we're going to do 80. I'm not in a race, but I do think we've got lower gears than 323. I really do. And I'm doing almost 70. Still, my temperatures at the first mark before the half. Not overheating, but it's not Texas 105-degree weather either. Remember, I'm trying to test that clutch fan, so Let's see. Okay, let's check. It's heat soaked as much as I can heat soak it. So let's look here. I'm at 183, 184, 186. I mean, so it's about 183 on average, let's say. So let's see what this clutch fan feels like. It should be stiff as a board. Oh, okay. Now, at 183, 184, you guys tell me, should I be able to spin it that easy? I don't know. It's real easy. I mean, it's not stiff as a board. Yeah. So that may be part of his problem. You guys tell me, especially you GM guys, any of you guys really under clutch fan, how stiff that thing should be, say with the engine's at 185. So let me know. But load this thing up. I'm trying to get some heat in this thing. So I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to close the hood. And I'm just going to let it sit here and idle and build heat. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to check the fan again. Nick's saying that even at that, I shouldn't be able to freewheel it that way. So now I'm suspicious of the clutch fan. But it's not hot. But again, it's not even 80 degrees yet here in Oklahoma. So, you know, I'm trying to simulate what Scott's going through in Texas in August. The other thing is I'm going to get a differential with my thermal gun. I'm going to hit it here on the inlet side, and I'm going to hit it down here on the outlet side. And I should have about a 30-degree delta differential. So let's get this thing fired up, and let's let it sit here and run, and let's see if we can get some heat in it, and then let's try some of these things again. So here we go. Okay, something else I want to verify is the gear ratio, or get it close. So supposedly this has a 323 rear gear. What does that tag say? You can see what that tag says right there. You can probably see it on the camera. My eyes, I can't see it. I don't think this thing has 323 gears, but we're going to do the old drive shaft and tire test rotation. So let's see what we got. Okay, I have marked the wheel, just a little black marker I can mop off. And our drive shaft, I've marked it, marky right there, or with a marker. So let's rotate this thing and let's see if we can get around about if we think it's 323. All right, here we go. Okay, all right, there's one. There's two. There's three. Yep, and then here's the bottom. So I'd say we got 323 gears. Is that right? Did I count? Did it go 3 times?
Yep.
So, Scott, you're right, buddy. We got 323 gears. But I don't think that tachometer can be anywhere close. So, and I think Kevin was telling me that I thought that's what he said these cars normally came with, was 323 gears. So we verified it. We know. We've got right there, that's probably what it is, 323s. So that tack is made for points. I wonder if because it has electronic, if that's why it's reading higher. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments, but we're going to let this thing down and I guess come up with a summary here. All right, guys. That pretty much does it for today. Summary on the olds is progress. We got the choke working. It seems to be working pretty good on the fast idle. So I need to go out when it's cold in the morning, probably pump it a couple times and then see what it does. But great success on that choke. So simple. The modulator, we got our upshifts now where it's upshifting and not hanging it out way past where it needs to go. So progress there. Maybe go another quarter turn on that, just a little bit. I would like to bring it down a little bit more, but not a problem. Now, cooling. We definitely know that looks like that clutch fan is the fan clutch. I don't think it's working at all. I don't think it's doing the damn thing. So before I go and condemn the radiator, I am going to go ahead and put a clutch on there first. Scott had it flushed out, but just because it was flushed, we went to a radiator shop. If it's the original radiator, it can still have plugs in it. So we can rebuild the radiator, but I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to throw parts. So we're going to go ahead and put a clutch on it and then see what the temperature does. Go along the same thing I did today. And then last, we verified that it's got a 323 gear ratio, or I'm pretty close. You saw the marking the drive shaft and turning the rear wheel. So I'd say it's 323, Scott, you're right. That tachometer, I don't know if that tachometer is accurate or not. I can't imagine doing 65 mile an hour and it turning 4,100 RPM with 323 gears. I don't think that's accurate. Could that be that factory tach is made for points and we're running a Pertronics distributor? You guys tell me, especially the old guys and the guys that restore these old cars. Does that tach, would that make a difference? I don't know. I know I'm not going to get in there and mess with it with that tach. So yeah, it'd be nice to maybe just hook one up. I may find a cheap tach to hook up and just run it inside the car and try to verify. I can probably do that maybe. But right now, we're doing good. We need to get that fan clutch ordered and then see if we can simulate any odd behavior on temperature. So great progress today on the Oldsmobile. So please like, share, and subscribe, guys. We're having fun with these old cars out here. So I hope everybody has a great Sunday and